Alrighty then, we are live. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 284, The Burden of Overcommitment. When you're doing things and when you're going through your day and your fourth and fifth priorities are starting to overwhelm your life, you need to do something different. And this is understanding the dynamic of what you need to do, what you've committed to, where you need to go. It all comes together. It all plays a significant role. And when the fourth and fifth priorities start overwhelming your existence, then you need to reorient. You need to find some help. You need to move forward on your first, second, third priorities. Right now, for me, I'm working on 20 Books Vegas is a huge conference, and it's very important to get right. Getting a lot of emails about, I'm not getting the emails, I'm not doing this stuff. I've got people. And this is something where I need to stop answering those emails and just put them off towards the people who can answer them and who are positioned to answer those emails and get them on track with getting live with the virtual or the in-person event emails. It's not just the information. We've got the information, and just getting it out there has become a significant challenge with 1,800 attendees. So what are the first three priorities? I need to make sure the conference speakers are doing well and on track and understand and are ready. So engaging with them is more important than making sure somebody gets an email. It's important that they get an email, but I don't have to do that. This is reorienting and helping, finding the right people to help me help myself is important. And it can be important for you too, to move off. Maybe you don't know anybody else who can help you with certain aspects. Well, then you need to reorient and see what is your first priority, what's your second, and what's your maybe your third priority should be your second, and maybe your first priority shouldn't be your first priority at all. For me, getting the words, I always my number one priority. I need my 3,000 words a day because that is the future of my business. That's the long-term future. This conference will come and go. People will have a great time. People will learn a great deal and hopefully vault their careers forward. But for me personally, if I don't get those 3,000 words, next year will suck because I have the books published that need to be published in order to keep moving forward. My business model depends on a certain frequency of publication. And it's not one book a week, but I need to write a book every 6 weeks. And that is my production timeline. And it requires 3,000 words a day, which only takes about 2 hours if I can focus and get it done. Right now, it's 10 after 5 in the morning here, and I have 0 words on today's goal, towards goal. But I know what I'm going to write, and this is important. Lost my internet, so let me lose my camera, and that'll help. Reoriented, sometimes you have to say no. And the answer when people ask you, hey, can you do this? Can you write a short story for this anthology? You look at your time available because time is a finite resource. Limit yourself and just say, no, I know this is a great opportunity. And if that opportunity is greater than some of your other priorities, well, then you can move it up. But understand, time is a finite resource. If you take something in, something has to give. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to find the time and make sure I get it done. You're going to see how that works because you're going to be crushed under that burden of not saying no while maintaining all of your other priorities. So it's time to change some deadlines. This helped me a couple years ago when I stopped having set deadlines and extended my time from when I finished a book until it published. That has helped me more than anything, buying that time. I do all pre-orders now because you don't have to upload a title until you have the final title or the final manuscript. So it's not like there's any risk of the wrong manuscript going out unless you upload the wrong one, and then I can't help you with that. You need to upload the right one. So I put I give myself 2 or 3 months from when I finish the title until I publish it. This has helped immensely reduce the stress on me to produce. So changing deadlines, that could help. I still need to get my 3,000 words a day. I still need to finish a book every 6 weeks. And then as soon as I'm finished, then we can put out the pre-order and get things set up. So I have to get this done because I got to meet that pre-order deadline or I lose my pre-order privileges for a year. I don't want to do that. So time is finite. Sometimes you can do more in the time you have. You gain efficiencies. Over the last 6 years, I've gained a lot of efficiencies, but there's still a finite resource because a lot of stuff pops up on the conference that will take my time. And that's conference is one of the top 3 priorities. So I need to make sure that the conference goes well, but I don't have to do everything on the conference. So that's where I'm not saying no, but I don't have to be the one to answer the question. And this was an important revelation for me. I've got a lot of great people surrounding me. Otherwise, this conference couldn't happen. And I still get my books written. So priorities 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're handling those. And when 4 and 5 threaten to take over, then find a way to either move 4 or 5 up into the top 3, or find up with those ancillary priorities. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully some of that conversation, my experience, as well as the theory of how not to overburden. Sometimes you have to say yes, and sometimes you have to say no. Find the difference. All right, everybody. Peace, fellow humans.